Well, hello, and welcome to February. All right, so it's February 6th. It's like after 1:30 p.m. I'm holding little man here because little man is cranky. Isabel is in her play thingy, and Amelia is asleep. So, update. I need to do a January review, so I guess this can kind of be a January mental health review. So far, this year has been challenging. Basically, since the triplets have been home, uh, I think I talked about this in the vlog that I deleted, and the vlog that I made that I deleted is because I was upset that night. It was a mental breakdown, and a lot of things have been happening since the triplets have been home. Basically, lack of sleep, lack of sleep. So when you have one baby, you have lack of sleep. When you are a new mom, you tend to want to do everything yourself, even if you have a partner or a spouse or whatever, and they are very attentive. You're still as mommy. I don't know about all moms, but like for me, we tend to like want to do too much. And then for like me, I want Jim to sleep so then he gets enough sleep so he can help me, and then I can sleep. But then I don't take a nap or anything because I hate taking naps. I had 2 cups of coffee, so I'm a little speedy right now, and I'm trying to talk fast because this little guy needs to go back to sleep, and he's not going to. Basically, since the triplets have been home, they have not really let us sleep in the same bed. We have a pack and play for them. We had a crib. Found out the crib was missing some screws, so we got rid of the crib, or we're going to use it for firewood. Why don't we just buy the screws? Because it's also missing 2 parts for the crib. Now, Jim's old boss, his wife, or somebody got this crib for free, and no offense to them, but they should have made sure all the parts were with the crib. I mean, it can happen to anybody. But my point is, so we have the pack and play. Babies haven't really been sleeping in the pack and play. Basically, 1 or 2 babies sleep on the bed, basically co-sleeping with me, and then 1 or 2 babies will sleep out here at gym. And I say 1 or 2 babies each way because it depends on who stirs and who is the crankiest. If one baby cries, then usually the other 2 cry too. So we try to separate the one who is crying, put them out in the living room with one of us, usually Jim, because then he can watch Netflix and everything else. And he can drink copious amounts of coffee. And I like the bedroom. But I did make the pack and play a little bit more softer, comfortabler. I basically put some cushions, and I know people are going to come at me in the comments and say, don't ever do this. But you know what? When you're a parent, you do whatever you can to get sleep. So basically, I made the pack and play a little bit more comfortable. It now feels like our bed. And the triplets did sleep in there last night. So Jim did sleep in the bed a little bit with me. And these guys are a little over 2 months old. They turned 2 months on January 29th. I'll show you Isabel here. Say, anyways, so basically, yes, triplet life has been very, very challenging. Um, Jim just actually left for work. That was another thing. He took off a week of work and to help out with the triplets, and then having him home, he did not tell me that he couldn't go back to work because I guess one of his coworkers got COVID, or COVID is not even a freaking thing anymore. It really isn't. I apologize for anybody who's lost people to COVID, but seriously, it's a freaking cold, okay? COVID is not existing anymore. That's my opinion. I don't care if people come at me in the comments and say, well, COVID was real because you lost somebody. Personally, COVID wasn't real. It was a man-made thing. Anyways, my God, child, you are so cranky. Anyways, so basically, this is another reason why. Because when they get cranky like this and they won't go back to sleep, it drains us. He just left for work. So having him home, I think, every single day, he would take care of the triplets. And then I was cleaning the house because normally I like to clean because it helps with my anxiety and stuff like that. But then it got to the point where I needed help to do household stuff. I didn't need him to just take care of the triplets because when they're sleeping or when they're like this, then he was sitting down, watching Netflix, which is fine. But it's like, dude, I'm running around here like sweeping and mopping and everything else. Either way, the last video that I took down, if anybody did see that, well, you guys can, I'm putting him down. He's probably going to cry. But basically, if anybody did see that, I know there's a glare, last video, then you'll understand where I was coming from. If you did not see that last video, well, it's deleted off my hard drive. It's completely gone, so it can never be, like, found again. But it wasn't like Jim was a deadbeat, and I probably made it sound like he was in that video. It's because I was so lack of sleep. I was so stressed out. Don't worry, he's fine. He does that. And it was just a horrible thing. We were fighting all the time. And I think having him home every single day really wore on both of us. And when you have one baby, you know, it wears on a person. But then when you have two extra babies, and it seemed like they were eating every freaking 2 hours because they were going through growth spurts. You know, one would cry, they'd wake up the other two. We weren't sleeping in the same bed together. And like, it was just hard. Now we still don't have a routine at all. Let's be honest. We still don't have a routine for them. Last night they felt like they woke up like one after another to eat. They weren't all on the same schedule, but I let them sleep for as long as they want to sleep. They wake themselves up and want to eat, so around 3 to 4 hours. They did get thrush, and thrush is, it's a bacterial infection in your mouth. It's not like we don't sterilize our bottles, our nipples, or anything else. We do wash them out, and then we do sterilize them in our bottle sterilizing things. So the temperature reaches 100 degrees. So it does sterilize them, but babies get thrush. I mean, sometimes we have these pacifiers, and we don't have each of their names on them. So obviously we find a pacifier, we stick it in each other's mouths. We stick it in each baby's mouth. And so whichever baby had thrush, probably give it to the other two, because we don't have labels on these pacifiers. And you're probably saying, well, why can't I label them? I probably will, but honestly, even if I put like an A, I, or T on here, I mean, we'll probably still pick it up, won't even look at it, especially in the middle of the night. We'll just find a pacifier that's clean and give it to them. By the way, we used to have these in the hospital, and they don't give these anymore. They give these other ones, which I'm not about to go and grab, but they used to give these, and they don't anymore. These are for 2-pack, $8.99, I think, or $7.99. That's expensive for two. But you know what? You can never have enough pacifiers, binkies, whatever you guys want to call them. No, so that's pretty much where we are, and that's why I took down that video, because I think at the time I was so sleep deprived, I was so stressed out, and it is part of mental health, because my mental health was really getting to me, like my postpartum depression, my postpartum anxiety, my postpartum everything, not psychosis, just the anxiety and the depression was really getting to me. I mean, I was getting to the point where I really wanted to check myself into the hospital, but I thought there's really no point, because why would I check myself in to escape from the babies and leave Jim with triplets? And then he would have no help. And then it's like, or my mom could step in, but then it's like, basically I didn't want to leave somebody with three babies. And I didn't want, for any reason, me to go to the hospital and then social services get involved. I don't know why that was a fear of mine, but that's another reason what got to me. It's the fact that I didn't want to leave, and I was getting to that point where I should have. And basically, long story short, after our huge fight, we took a few days and we talked things out. Communication is key to any relationship, you guys. I will say that communication is key to any relationship. And I know I talked about this in the video I deleted, that sometimes people think it's money. Sometimes people think it's infidelity. It's communication. If you don't have good communication skills with your partner or your spouse or whoever it is, then yeah, you're going to, I know this is a horrible angle. This angle makes me look so fat. I think that, and I was also, speaking of being fat, I was also really upset because I went to my postpartum checkup, which everything looked great. You know, I got on the depot shot for 3 months, and then I have the patch that I'm going to go on. So that's my birth control plan, is the depot for until that runs out. I have to go, speaking of that, I have to go pick up my patch. I have until next month because I just got my postpartum checkup in January. So this is the second month. So yeah, I have to pick it up by the end of this month, my patches. Um, you were so cranky, dude. Let me, hold on. You know you're a parent when you smell your baby's butts because sometimes they poop. Oh, that's another thing. So when we brought them home, they all had slight colic because the formula that they were on was, it's great for preemies. It was Infamil Neuro Care or something like that. Neuro Pro, something like that. And it was giving them horrible, horrible constipation. Like, I mean, horrible constipation. And so we were giving them a laxative that the hospital said that we can give them. But it got to a point where it was just like, so they were slightly colicky. So it was very, very, very hard when they came home. It was just colic, constipation, crying nonstop, trying to figure out a routine with them to get them in a routine, trying to get us into a routine, trying to figure out who's going to sleep when, trying to figure out sleep when they can, feeding each other, not feeding each other, but like because me being lack of sleep, I don't eat. I will drink coffee and then I won't eat. So I wasn't eating. That's another reason why I was getting hangry. And then but my postpartum body, that's what I was going to say, is that I went for my checkup and I was excited that I weighed this amount. I can't remember what they weighed me. I think I was 157 when I went for my postpartum checkup, which isn't horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. But that's another thing. I was hoping that, I know I'm not going to instantly lose baby weight, and it's not like I do much. It feels like I'm not losing the baby weight fast enough, if that makes sense. And that's really depressing too. I mean, they're only a little slightly over 2 months old. It's not like I'm going to drop. I mean, some people lose baby weight really fast. Some people don't. I'm 38 years old, so it's not like I'm going to like drop it like that. And I think that was another thing, is because like I went through all my old clothes that fit me before I got pregnant and was trying them on and trying to see which ones fit me and stuff. Now I get discouraged because a lot of things didn't fit me yet. And I'm like, well, by the time summer comes around, hopefully it'll fit me. Well, by the time summer comes around, you know, like my jeans, I don't want to wear jeans in summertime because it's like 4 million degrees heat outside. So yeah, it was just a lot. So I made that video, and I had to delete it because it was just, I looked back at it and I'm like, you know, I could keep it and say this is a mental health breakdown, but honestly, yeah, no. On that note, that's where we are now. Right now, they all have thrust. They got antibiotics. Their thrust is pretty much over with. They are pooping on regular. We did switch their formula to Gerber Smooth. It's like gentle. It's like very gentle on their stomachs, which definitely helps. They are doing so much better. They're not as fussy. I mean, he's fussy because he's tired, but they're definitely not as fussy. They're not as cranky. It's very smooth in their tummies. It's helping them poop, and they're on formula poop, which is very, very stinky poop. Yeah. That was another thing. Not being able to keep up pumping or breastfeeding was very depressing because I didn't want to stop. And it's not like I can't build back up my supply. It's just the fact that once I realized how much lack of sleep and how much it was taking to like pump or do whatever, I gave it up. And it was very depressing because I didn't want to give that up this early. So I had to sit back and take a look at myself. There's a lot that I went through since they've been home. And I mean, they haven't been home for very long at all. Probably like a month. And yeah, and I've been going through horrible emotions with my mental health and everything else. And taking it out in the gym is not fair. So, but just because I seem like I'm doing fine today doesn't mean that tomorrow I won't have another mental breakdown. So that's what I wanted to say to you guys, is that just because you're doing fine one day, just take each day. It's like what they say in 12-step programs, I guess, take every day, one day at a time. Sir, you are just so cranky. Why so cranky? Why are you so cranky? But on the note, I do have a bunch of videos, like I said, that I have saved up. I am trying to still edit some videos. I'm working on eventually a day in my life with the triplets. I tried to film one day, but it was like weird quality. If that makes sense. Like my camera kept going in and out of focus. I don't really know how to explain it. So I might look at it and edit it and see like if I can use it. If not, I'll just start over. It's not like a big deal. But I know you guys are all curious about a day in the life of triplets. I know there's other videos out there on the web, like people have a day in the life with triplets, but we'll do it my version too, because I know sometimes, you know, if you're like me, I like to look at other people who I can relate to. And even if you don't have triplets, if you do like me and you want to see me freak out on being a mommy, even though it's a blessing, yes, Mister. By the way, they have a peds appointment tomorrow, which is February 7th, which is a Tuesday. Yes, and they get their 2-month shots. Little man, we're taking a bet to see how much he weighs, because look at this big handsome man. Look at this big handsome man. I say 8'6", Jim says 8'2", and we'll go from there. He is the funniest sleeper. He makes a lot of like weird sounds in his sleep. I don't know. It's like a comforting. It's kind of like he's straining to poop almost. That's the sounds he makes. But that's just him and his comforting thing. It's not like he's straining to poop. It's not like he poops. It's a weird thing that he does. And his eyes are huge. And so cute. Yes, I'm talking about you. Miss Amelia, who is still the smallest and still the feistiest, is almost a great sleeper. Once she's asleep, you almost can't wake her up. But if she does wake up, oh my God. Isabel still is the cranky one. She screams bloody murder if she is like being changed. If she just wants her way. Like right now. And this man here is very, very farty. Yes, you are. Miss Isabel. I'm so distracted because my dog just came inside and was eating something. Oh, Blaze. Blaze is obsessed with the babies. When we first brought them home, he accidentally jumped on the couch and scratched Amelia, like right here. And that scared the crap out of all of us. Now he like is very, very cautious. He will not come on the couch at all. Even if the babies are like in their pack and play sleeping or on the bed sleeping, he will not go anywhere like that he knows that they're at there unless we give him permission, which is great. He has to lick them at least twice a day somewhere. And I know people probably find that really, really gross. Don't let your animals lick them. But let's face it, they're going to grow up with dogs. It's not like we're not encouraging him to lick their mouth or anything. No. We have them lick their hand or their top of their head or something. Now, if he licks their face, fine. But we have wet wipes. We washed our hands. We can wash their head. We can wash their face. I know, I think it was Little Man or it was Amelia. I can't remember which one. Went like this one day, like, and actually licked the dog. Yeah, that was gross and fun, but they're babies. The cats still ignore them for the most part. Bandit has gotten to the point where if the babies are sleeping in bed with me, he'll actually curl up between me and the babies. So Bandit's kind of like used to them. Diego's hit or miss. He loves the babies. I think he's a little sad because I've been neglecting giving him as much attention. And the couch has been pretty much taken up with babies. I did rearrange the living room in our house to make more room for the babies and all their stuff. Because babies do come with a lot of stuff. And when you're 3, that's a lot of stuff. We still don't have the baby's room done. We're getting there. I think another big, huge, major thing was that Jim basically lost his job. Not to spill the tea, but you know what? Life happens, right? He took off a week of work. Somebody supposedly got COVID, and then they never told him like that he was back on the schedule. So he just said, screw it. But he did start a new job. He starts today. It's a better job. It has benefits at least. So that's good. It's at a retirement home. and I could just see all these older people, all these seniors, like fawning over the fact that he is triplets, and I could just see Jim showing all the pictures. By the way, I do have a try-on haul that I did that's coming out. And then I will be talking about the try-on haul. So, okay, dude, I can't. This is where my arms start hurting so bad from holding them. And no, I don't hold them all day long, which is really hard too, because sometimes you want to hold them all the time when they start stirring. And then sometimes you have to let them cry. Normally, in the past, I would sit there and, we'll say that video, I would sit there and try to hold them to comfort them to like go back to sleep. Now, if I know that they're cranky and they're refusing to go to sleep, I just let them cry for at least 10, 15 minutes, and then I give them a pacifier. And usually after that little like spurt of them crying, they're usually out. Sometimes Amelia absolutely refuses to go back to sleep. And I know that they're fighting sleep, and it's hard because when they fight sleep, then you can't sleep, and then they get so beyond cranky and so beyond tired that they don't know what to do, so they all scream bloody murder. He's not as loud as a screamer, but when he screams, he gets very, very mad. I mean, he's a very mad baby when he gets cranky. But those two, Amelia and Isabel, will scream bloody murder at the top of their lungs, as if something's like hurting them. But that's pretty much it. Is that when they, babies do that, they get beyond tired, they get overstimulated. I try, now that they're 2 months old, to engage them in playtime. That's why I have Isabel in her little vibrating chair thingy, and I play with her with this, like, I do this with her. Yeah, I try to play with them and keep them awake during the daytime. They'll stay in their chairs for a little bit until like they start to stir. I'm trying to get the baby's room done so that way we can get into the small room and get all their toys out since they're getting a little bit older. That's what we're working on. We did file tax. Well, my mom filed my taxes. Well, sort of. She filed non-income taxes or whatever for me. So that money will be coming in soon. So then we can get a car with that money. That is the biggest stress in our life right now, is not having a vehicle of our own. Our dishwasher, speaking of random thoughts, decided to break. Let me show you guys this really fast. Oh, by the way, anyways, let me show you the part of the dishwasher. So, for some reason, our dishwasher was not working for a little while, and we couldn't figure out why, and it wasn't getting any hot water. It had melted. So, let me put you guys down here. This is the dishwasher part. The coil that heats up the water had melted through this part. So somehow this unclipped this part, and this part was on the coil. And that's probably why our dishwasher hasn't worked since, probably since November. Yeah. So our dryer, by the way, had went down. Can't remember. Oh, ew. I need a wet wipe. Hold on. Now they're all starting to stir, of course. If they stir, just bear with me. But no, our dryer smelled like it was something burning in it. And I didn't know if it was the heating element that was going out of it or whatnot. So we cleaned out the lint trap and everything else. And Jim forgot to put the screw back on the lint trap part. Like, let me pick up Izzy here. Where is he? Where the lint trap is. We are trying to, like, home this thing. What is it called? Your lint trap. You have a filter that's in your lint trap, and then you take out that filter, and you have to clean out underneath there, because you should anyways, right? I don't know if all dryers have that, but ours does. But anyways, so, Buddy. Let's put you like this. Okay. Anyways, lint trap. So we were trying to clean out the lint trap, and he forgot to put the screw back on the lint trap part. So when I went to go dry some clothes, it broke the lint trap in half. I didn't break the filter. It just broke the part that holds the filter in half. So I had to find some tape. Well, luckily I have hospital tape that the hospital gave us. When hospital tape, I swear, works better than duct tape. But anyways, taped up the dryer lint trap. This is about when they all start stirring, of course. Taped up the lint trap, and now it works fine. So our dryer's not broken. Our washing machine that broke. We did get, like I said, our neighbor gave us a washing machine that they had bought. That washing machine is great. It fits comforters. And the only reason why I know it fits comforters is because when one of them either spit up or peed all over it, I had to wash it. Yeah, this is about the time where they all start to get cranky. Probably because I'm talking. Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to have to let you guys go because they're all starting to cry. I'm going to have to figure out how to get them back to, well, actually, I could probably just, little man, seriously, dude, you got to go to sleep. See, the problem is, too, is like, they're not old enough or strong enough or whatever to get the pacifiers in their mouth. So you kind of like hold it in their mouth until like they actually are comfortable enough. And then that gets annoying because it's like you can't keep doing that. And that's when I just let them cry because he's usually really good at letting crying. Yep, yep. And they're all going to start stirring because he's cranky because he's tired and I can't keep holding him. This one's out, so I'm going to have to put her down with her brother. Amelia just went back to sleep. Plus, I think another big thing is when they all start stirring, it's like you try to get anything done. You try to get dishes done or laundry done or folded. I know that's anybody with kids. Anybody with kids will totally understand this. You try to get anything done while they're napping, and you can't. It's like as if you can't. And I know with one kid, it's hard. But now with three, it's like one stirs, they all stir. Not all the time, but like right now, they're all sleeping. So right now, I have to go to the bathroom. I have to finish this part of the video. And then I have to edit some videos. I am watching Shameless. Why? Why am I watching Shameless? Because the babies are too little to actually understand it. And it's funny because I tried to put on Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse. They didn't really care for it. He tried to put on Cocomelon. They didn't care for it. We tried Baby Einstein. They don't care for it. Yes, at the time, they were probably like a couple weeks back. Now that they're getting more awake and more aware, well, obviously, we're going to put more kid-friendly shows on than Shameless. I mean, we're going to be watching cartoons. I did watch Hotel Transylvania with them and the movie Home. Oh my God, if you guys have never seen the movie Home, go watch it. It's so cute. But yeah, I think that's about it for this vlog. I have no idea what else to talk about, but that's pretty much it. Is that ever since they've been home, it's been like a blessing. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a blessing. It's just, it's been very, very trying and very, very, very hard. I mean, we knew it was going to be easy. We never said it was going to be easy. It's just like, it's a lot harder than we possibly could ever expect because we're both used to like one baby. And so just because we have other kids doesn't mean that like, you know, you take one baby times two and it's, yeah. But on the note, I guess I don't know if this is January's check-in or if this is beginning of February or this is just a postpartum vlog. We'll just call this a postpartum vlog because I don't know if I'm going to do mental health check-ins. I could try to. I have no idea like where this year is going to go for my videos at all. I don't even have a plan of uploading videos. I know I said every Monday, but I might upload on a few other days. I'll probably end up uploading this video as soon as I am done talking. Even though I just uploaded the video, I'll probably end up uploading this video because this is like talks about a lot of things that just happened and why I took down that one video and things to go. And you guys can see the triplets a little bit. Yep. So on that note, any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, or advice, please list them below. You can email me. You can Instagram me. I started to do some TikToks. I don't really know. Like I said, on both the Instagram and TikTok, I'm not really on there as much. I do have like a lot of videos. Like I said, still saved from last year. Thank you to new subscribers. Keep liking my videos. You guys keep watching me. I promise you guys I will have more triplet videos. If that's the only reason why you guys are watching my channel is to find out about the triplets, that's cool. If not, if you just like other content, because I will be posting pet videos, cooking videos, and then just some other random videos, watch those. I'm not telling you you have to, but I'm just saying please do. Don't just watch my channel for the triplets. If you do, that's fine. But at least hit that big thumbs up for me because I really want YouTube to realize that, yo, hey, I'm out there. This is life. I know that sounds really weird. My coffee brain is really like, yeah. Anyways, on that note, yeah, I guess I'll keep you guys posted. All right.